We're the Kentish Soap Company and we're based here in Kent. And we make natural soaps, candles, bath and body products. We make the products ourselves so we know what goes into them, and everything we do is handmade, contains no palm oil and comes in plastic-free packaging.
I was a preschool teacher and I was washing my hands a million times a day, and I ended up getting really terrible skin. My hands were cracked and bleeding and it was really terrible. I began to think it was the hand soap that I was using. I read online about soap making, so I thought I'll give it a go. So I got all the ingredients in and made a batch of soap, and once I started using my own natural hand soap, the problem resolved itself, so I don't have a problem with my hands anymore.
So she started this Kentish Soap Company very much at home on our kitchen table, and over the years we've grown and we really want to produce sustainable products with a good ethos behind it. And we're trying to give people the opportunity to have sustainable products in their bathroom. That's our business.
Initially, it was the natural side of the products that were the thing that interested me. But as I began to do more research, I started to learn about things like palm oil. Read a lot about palm oil, realised about the effects of deforestation and all the bad effects of some of the ingredients that you can put into these products. So I became more interested in the environmental side as well. At the time, soap making, everybody said you had to put palm oil in soap, otherwise it wouldn't work. So it was then developing that recipe where the soap was good and really lovely to use and good for your skin, but no palm oil. And then decided not to use any artificial fragrances in the products because a lot of those are based around petrochemicals, and just start to really look at every little ingredient I was putting in and trying to make things that were not only as natural as possible, but as environmentally friendly as possible.
We have a real concern, and I think many people do, about the sustainability of the planet and the human communities on the planet. And unless companies make a drive and a sustained move, but a very quick move towards making changes, then we are in a real problem. Our electricity is 100% renewable, so the way we power the business, there's no fossil fuel emissions. Unfortunately, some of the ingredients we use you can't grow in the UK, and we try only to buy freight that comes in on ships rather than planes. So there are ways in which things we're not happy with that we'd like to improve on, like anything, but it's a matter of going through each item and trying to say, well, what could we do better there? The challenge that we have, which is the most common one, is packaging and trying to find sustainable packaging.
If we go to packaging trade shows, 60–70% of the people there are selling plastic packaging, and that's really disheartening, and it does take a long time to find the things that are sustainable.
The costs to us are higher. There's absolutely no doubt that being sustainable and sustainable sources, the cost of that is higher. But we believe that we can still price the product competitively, and we also believe that people are willing to pay a little bit more for a sustainable product.
These things are important to the customers as well. They are worried about the plastic, they are worried about the ingredients that you put in. It's really encouraging when you go out and you talk to the customers one-to-one, because there is a big drive out there to do better, and that's really encouraging.
I mean, every business can do something, and that's the key thing. Small businesses in particular, some of them are frightened by the scale of what they need to do, but just making individual day-to-day choices can help.
Whenever you're making a decision, try and have that in the back of your head. Is this the eco thing to do? Could we do this better? Minimising waste where you can, switch to a renewable electricity provider. There are lots of things that you can do in very small ways, and each of them seems very unimportant, but every contributing factor will make a change. So don't look at the end goal, look at what you can do tomorrow.